Alright, hello everybody, welcome to our Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn for Newcomers playthrough. My name is Ch.1, and let's get started. So today we are going to do Chapter 1. So there's actually a narrator.
The year 648, early summer. The northeastern nation of Dayan lost a bloody war with neighboring Crimea 3 years ago. Crimea, however, abdicated its right to rule Dayan and passed sovereignty of its former enemy to the powerful Benyan Empire. Dayan's future is now subject to the whims of the Empire.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna let the narrator narrate this part.
Forces have gathered all Dayan men of fighting age and put them to work in labor camps. Their work is brutal and void of purpose, designed to break both body and spirit. The remaining population faces poverty and starvation as the fields lie fallow. A band of young heroes has escaped the Benyan army to form a group called the Dawn Brigade. Fighting for a free Dayan,
Dawn Brigade, that's
they
us.
alone have stood against Benyan's forces. They alone have shouldered the hopes of their nation. Among the company is a young girl named Micaiah, who is said to possess mystical powers. The people of Dayan have come
We
to
know her.
as the Silver-Haired Maiden. They have come to think of her as the savior for whom they had been waiting. Benyan's forces have tried time and again to capture and silence the Dawn Brigade. However, Micaiah's ability to sense impending danger has thus far allowed the Dawn Brigade to evade the Empire's grasp.
So yeah, I love the narrator. I think he does a wonderful job in this game, so we're just gonna let him do his job, you know? Chapter 1, Maiden of Miracles. So, interestingly, Makai has an ability to sense impending danger. Basically, she can kind of like get a feel for the future and go for it type of thing. Her ability is more explained throughout the game. One thing I wish is like whether or not I wish her ability could have been integrated into the gameplay. That would have been sweet. How should we explain yesterday to Sothe and Nolan? It's like you said, we didn't have a choice. We had to save Nico and the townsfolk. But I admit, getting spotted by those Benyan soldiers was unfortunate. Still, I'd do it all over again. The worst part is, they know we're near. They could find this hideout as easily as they found the last one. I just don't get it. This is our country. Why do we have to live in hiding like prisoners in our own land? Come on, you know why. We lost the war, and Crimea won. It's not our country anymore. End of story. Except that Crimea walked away after winning, leaving those heartless Benyan dogs to rule our country for the last 3 years. So here we see the first glimpse that there's actually a 3-year separation period between Path of Radiance and this game. The occupying soldiers march around like they own the place, doing whatever they want, and no one dares to stop them. To be fair, Crimea didn't have the resources to rule another country. So, and Nolan too. Welcome back. I'm glad you made it in one piece. At last, the Dawn Brigade is all present. Were you delayed? But you're unusually late. Were you delayed? I think our fame's catching up with us. Benyan patrols are everywhere. It took us a while to avoid them. I've never seen so much Benyan activity in this area before. Is there something we should know? Well, actually, the truth is... Blah 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 blah, recap. Ah, that's what did it. You had a run-in with bandits? And Benyan soldiers spotted us as we made our escape. I'm sorry, we only wanted to help. We were careless. We'll worry about that later. More importantly, Micaiah, were you seen healing anyone with sacrifice? Yeah, we healed Edward, remember? I'm afraid so. You can't allow anyone to know what you can do. Healing without any tomes or stabs is a rare gift, almost unheard of. If anyone saw you doing it, you'd be given away immediately, and I don't know if I could keep you safe. I know, Sothe. I know you know, but you keep doing it. This place isn't safe anymore. We should leave at once. Man, what a metaphor on life, though. I know you know, but you keep doing it. It's like when we know something's wrong, but we keep doing it. but we can have the moral courage and fortitude to stop doing it. We can do it. Correct. But it would have been nice to eat just one meal in peace. Agreed, Nolan. Agreed. It's a hard knock life. I say for my comfortable first world life. An alley in Navasa. So yeah, we're actually in like the Dane capital. This way's no good either. Begnion soldiers have every alleyway blocked. A kitten couldn't sneak past them. It looks like this really is the least guarded path then. Even so, it's swarming with soldiers. There are more coming up behind us. We'll be trapped if we don't move quickly. I love this. So this is Micaiah alerting the player that, hey, if we don't move quickly, aka if we stay by the entrance the whole time, then enemy reinforcements will come in from the back and attack us. So this is like really, really good gameplay story integration. I love it. We can't wait for Soth. The stairs by the church lead to the marketplace. We can break through there. I'll go first and secure the way. Micaiah and Leonardo, cover my back. Remember to keep your distance from the enemy. Team up and bring them down one by one. See, this is good gameplay story integration again. So this is Nolan, one of the mentor characters of the Dawn Brigade, giving the less experienced characters of the Dawn Brigade advice. But indirectly, he's also telling the player, hey, use Leonardo, Micaiah, team them up, and have multiple units attack one enemy so that you can bring them down. We'll be careful. Leave it to us. Edward, you bring up the rear. Your skills have improved, but you're still new to fighting. Don't rush the enemy. Just focus on surviving their attacks. Got it? Yeah, I got it. See, this is, again, like an important note. Like, you shouldn't have Edward just charge forward because he's going to get wrecked. Okay, so first up, there are some houses to visit. So you have a visit here and a visit here. In the top left, it kind of tells you, like, special things about that specific tile. So here we see, like, casks, miscellaneous. When it has the little dashes through the blue arrow, shield, and pink circle, that means it's impassable. You can't pass through it. So like, you kind of see these units can't pass through them. Visit means that you can actually visit it. So we'll just show that with Leonardo. We'll visit, and that takes up his turn. But usually these places give you items or weapons, things like that. Hey, grandmother, thanks. So we get a Volinary. Very nice. Oh, the other thing, Leonardo comes with a stat booster. So this just permanently boosts your stats by 2 in the Draco Shield's case, but there's stat boosters for every stat. HP, the stat booster for HP is by 7, I think it is in Radiant Dawn. So it's not by 2, which is nice. But yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so here we see our first example of a 1-2 range physical weapon, the Javelin. So the Javelin is one of the best weapons in this game because it has 1-2 range, which lets enemies and lets you, when you have it, counterattack from anywhere. Unless it's like really far range. So that's important though, because that means this guy, without moving from his square, can attack here at 1 range, obviously. But he can also attack here, here, and here, because that's 1 space away. So if I put Nolan here, then this guy can attack. And so that's a little dangerous, not crazy dangerous. So this is Nolan. He's actually the first character we see getting weighed down by his weapon. So we see Nolan has 10 speed, but his AS is actually only 7. Now why is that? Well, the reason is because the WT of his weapon, the weight, is 15. And in this game, your attack speed can suffer a penalty if the weight of your weapon, the WT, exceeds your strength. And that's for both magical and non-magical units. So Nolan has 12 strength. The weight of his steel axe, the WT, is 15. 12 minus 15 is minus 3, negative 3. And so then that means 10 minus 3 gives us an attack speed of 7. So again, your attack speed is always your speed stat unless you're getting weighed down by your weapon, in which case you have to calculate the weight penalty. Now that makes a difference, not necessarily on this map, because nobody here has 6 attack speed, and you need +4 to double, remember? So that means even if Nolan had his 10 AS from his base 10 speed, he couldn't double them anyway, so it's not a big deal. So if we kind of look forward, Nolan could attack this guy, which can work. But the problem is if I put Edward here, he's actually in range of this javelin, and the javelin has extra chance to hit Edward because of something called the weapon triangle. And if he gets hit by the javelin and by one of these guys, then I think Edward's toast. So he has 21 HP and 5 defense. These guys have 15 attacks, so that means 15 minus 5 defense is 10. And then there's a weapon triangle in Fire Emblem. Swords beat axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords, so it's just rock, paper, scissors. If you have weapon triangle advantage, you get -1 damage to you, and you deal +1 damage. So for example, Edward has weapon triangle advantage against this axe guy, which means we do 15 attack minus Edward's 5 defense, and then we take a further point off because of the weapon triangle advantage. So that means he would do 9 damage to Edward. 21 minus 9 is 12. And then we have this javelin. Now this javelin has weapon triangle advantage against Edward, meaning he'll do 1 extra damage. So we'll say 16 attack plus 1 is 17. 17 minus 5, which is what Edward's defense is 12. And so it works out perfectly that 1 javelin plus 1 bronze axe takes out Edward. So we're going to put Edward here. Yeah, we'll put Edward here. Now we could put Nolan here if we wanted to. That does put him in range of this javelin guy. But the javelin guy only does 6 damage to him, and so it's not that big of a deal. And so we'll just put Nolan there. And then we'll bring Micaiah up in the rear. Captain Isaiah, just as you said, a group that appears to be the Dawn Brigade is storming the alley. How generous of them. I'll wipe them out and advertise my exploits to our commanders back home. Ah, I see. A glory-seeking person. So yeah, this guy attacks Nolan because Nolan does not have weapon triangle advantage. And Nolan just does a solid 18 damage. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, so Edward gets hit for 10, just like we calculated. Actually, we calculated 9, so that guy must do more damage than the other one. Nice dodge there from Nolan. That's what we wanted. Alright, so, yeah, this guy has 16 attack, whereas this guy has 15. Alright, so we'll bring in Leonardo here. Now, I could have... What I'm going to do is Edward can just take out this guy here. And then, oh, he gets weapon level up. Nice. So now he's at C swords instead of D. So weapon level, that's something I haven't explained yet. So weapon level determines the type of weapon and the quality of weapon. So Edward only has weapon level in sword, which means he can only use swords. If I gave him an axe from Nolan, he wouldn't be able to use it. Now the other thing is that weapons have a certain weapon level that's necessary to use them. So for example, this iron sword, it says D. That means you have to have a weapon level in swords that's at least D to use the iron sword. The boss here, he has a steel sword, so that has a sword C, which means you have to have at least weapon level C rank or higher to use the steel sword. Also, when items are in pink like this, that means upon this enemy's defeat, they'll drop the item and we'll pick it up. So how like last time we picked up this herb, similar thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have Micaiah take out this guy from range here. This will let her, give her enough experience to level up, which is nice. But it also clears the way so that Nolan can move forward. Alright, Micaiah, good level up. HP, magic, res. I mean, it would have been nice if she got speed, but we'll deal with it. So now, let's kind of think about this. Nolan takes 6 damage from this guy, 6 damage from this guy. Right. And then he'll take 7 damage from this guy. Right. 16 minus 9 is 7. Yeah. So the thing is if I have Nolan attack this javelin, he'll do 16 to the javelin guy, this soldier, and then the soldier will have a chance to do 6 damage back to Nolan. Now the problem with that is if I have Nolan, then if the javelin guy, then it'll be enemy phase, right? So they'll get to attack me. If the javelin guy plus this guy plus this other guy hit Nolan, Nolan's actually defeated. So to avoid that, we're actually just going to have Nolan stand right here and wait and not attack. And the reason we're doing that is because then he's right next to the Javelin guy, and so then he can attack the Javelin guy back when the Javelin guy attacks him, which he couldn't do from one space away. And now the reason we did that is because if Nolan had attacked on player phase, he would have dealt 16 damage to this Javelin guy. Then on enemy phase, when this Javelin guy attacked Nolan, just like we saw him do, Nolan actually would have defeated him. And then that would have opened up the space for this guy to then attack Nolan. Which again, if Nolan had been hit by all three of them, he actually would have died, because they all were doing 6+ to him. So we'll have Leonardo run up and take out this guy. And then I'm going to have Nolan... first, I'm going to have Nolan visit here. But before I do that, I'm going to have Micaiah sacrifice. Now you might be asking, why won't I have Micaiah take out the warrior fighter dude? I could have, but I left that for Edward. Because this guy only does 10 to Edward, and so Edward actually doesn't die. So we'll have Nolan visit here. Those beasts. Thanks, Rando dude. And he gets a hand axe. Super nice. So the hand axe is just like the javelin, except it's for axes. And it's a super good weapon. Alright, and then we can have Edward move forward. And now Edward is blocking Micaiah and Leonardo, which is really good, because Micaiah is low on HP. And then he can just take him out. Alright, and this guy attacks Nolan. The reason he attacked Nolan, I'm assuming, is because Edward actually does more damage to him. Alright, so we could have Micaiah take out this guy. That's kind of tempting to me. Because then what we could do is have, like, Nolan and Leonardo kind of move up there. So we're going to have Micaiah take out this guy. And she gets to attack first and defeats the enemies. That's really nice. And then Leonardo can run up. And he could attack this guy. However, since the enemy is also an archer, he gets to attack Leonardo back. But what that also means is that Nolan can run up and attack him without getting attacked back. And so that means Nolan could attack, set up the kill then for Leonardo to run up and finish him off. Just like that, easy. See, just like I said though, Leonardo only has 10 AS, right? And so that means he's actually not able to double any enemies in this map. So I'm not going to attack with Edward, and the reason is because Edward doesn't kill. And so Edward would do 10 times 2, which is 20, right? 23 HP minus 20 damage is 3 HP left, so the fighter would have 3 HP left. And that means Edward would do 10 damage, the fighter would have the chance to do 10 to Edward, which would leave Edward with 1 HP, and then Edward would do another 10. Then, on enemy phase, the fighter would have the chance to attack Edward first for 10 HP and defeat Edward. So instead of doing that, we're going to let Edward heal, and now the fighter will be able to attack Edward, and Edward will, more importantly, be able to attack the fighter back. Nice dodge there from Edward, that's just what I wanted. Alright, and so now what I can do is I could have Leonardo take out this soldier here and get a nice level up there for Leonardo. Hopefully get some strength and some speed. Oh, wow, what a great level up. Good job, Leonardo. I take back all the bad things I said about you. Actually, I don't. Alright, and then instead, so this guy can run up and attack Nolan. And he'll do a good amount of damage, but not like a ton. What I could do is actually have Nolan attack him with a hand axe, which sounds tempting, but instead of that, I'm actually just going to let Nolan stay where he is and heal up. And then I'll have Edward finish off this guy. And then I'll have Micaiah move forward and use an herb to heal up some HP. So that way she's not just chilling at 3 HP. So the reason I didn't have Nolan attack is because now I could give that kill to like Micaiah or Leonardo, which is nice because Nolan can then move up here and attack this guy. So if we have Nolan plus Leonardo attack, we do actually defeat this guy, right? 17 plus 9 is 26. 26 is more than 24, so that's nice. So I could have Leonardo attack first. The guy does not kill Leonardo. And then Nolan can run up and finish him off. Now let's check something. The boss does not double Nolan. Oh, also with the weapon triangle, you can see the little blinking red arrow next to Nolan's axe and the green arrow next to the enemy's sword. That shows the weapon triangle. So like, the red arrow means you're at a disadvantage, the green arrow means you're at an advantage. And if you see no arrows, that means the weapon triangle, that means you're using the same weapon type, as in the case here. Or with like bow is not a part of the weapon triangle, and so we don't see any weapon triangle there. Since Leonardo got a speed though, he's actually able to double this guy. Anyway, so we're gonna have Leonardo take out this guy. Not take him out, just do some nice chip damage. And he got hit pretty hard there, but that's okay, because now Nolan can hopefully finish this guy off. There we go. And now what I'll do is Edward can move here. Now I won't attack because again, Edward could take 11 HP or 11 damage, which would defeat him on, which means on enemy phase, the enemy would have a chance to do another 11 damage to Edward. So instead, I'll just have Edward wait right there. And then Micaiah can run up and finish this guy off. And there we go. Now we just have the boss left, which is pretty good. What fast little mice you are! How long do you plan on scurrying around in back alleys? So yeah, that guy does 11, which is a lot of damage. Edward should, yep, level up right there. Very nice. Hopefully get some strength. Nice. I was hoping he'd also get some speed, but I'll take the strength, I guess. So I could have Micaiah then run up and attack. And then Leonardo could also attack. If Leonardo and Micaiah both attack, then they kill him. Which is like fine, but I'd rather give the kill to Edward. So Micaiah does 8 damage. 17 minus 8 is 9. Edward does 9 damage, so that works out perfectly. So we'll just have Micaiah take him out. Or we'll have Micaiah damage him, and then Edward can take him out. Step aside. The girl we've been looking for. The lucky little escapee. Too bad for you, sweetie. Your luck ends today. No, it doesn't. Your luck ends today, chump. Got him. What? This can't be. I'm in my prime. Not so easily. Yeah, we wrecked you, chump. Alright, there we go. And then we can escape. We actually don't have to escape with our other units. But might as well. Alright, and then I'm gonna just sacrifice here for Edward because might as well get some extra EXP. Really, I just wanted Micaiah to level up. Maybe she'll get some speed. Luck resistance. Nope. See, this is why Micaiah is bad. She just gets bad level ups. Be careful though, because once your units escape, then they're gone. Also, I forgot to mention, so the victory condition for this map is to escape in 10 turns. So that means we would get a game over if the 10th turn was completed. We also saw, just like Micaiah said, enemies coming up from the back, and they're actually pretty strong. So, definitely good that we escaped in time. And there we go, we did it, we cleared the battle. Everybody, this way! What? Where did Sophie go? Would have been nice to have your help in that battle there, man. They're running to the center of town. After them! Good work. I see the market. If we can blend into the crowd, they'll lose us and we'll be free and clear. Hey, lady! Nico! They're after you again, aren't they? Are you and your friends alright? Moldy onions! Man, I love this. This is like one of the most iconic lines in this game. I mean, who exclaims the phrase moldy onions as an expression of frustration? Crazy, but I love it. It is so hilarious. Moldy onions, where'd they go? So good. Leave the soldiers to us. Go on now, get yourselves to safety. Quickly, don't dawdle. Dawdle? Dwaddle? Not dwaddle. Dawdle. I don't know. You must escape. You're our only hope. Thank you so much. Run away. Don't look back. Wait, there they go. Catch them. What are you stopping for? Well, you won't get past us. We stand by the Dawn Brigade. That's right. Goddess, protect the Dawn Brigade. Wait, something terrible is about to happen. What is it? No, we have to go back. There's Micaiah, her sense of impending danger. What? You're letting this rabble stop you? Ready your bows. Nobody defies the will of Begnion. Oh man, they're just shooting in the crowd. What horrible people. Oh no, not the little boy. No, how could you shoot a child? You vicious savages. Someone help him quickly, please. This child is dying. But watch this. Pay heed, this is what happens when you meddle in Begnion affairs of state. Remember it well. I didn't realize that the Begnion Empire's affairs of state included murdering children in the street. Don't point your fingers at us, we're just doing our job. If you're upset, blame it on the Dawn Brigade. Look at this. This guy is morally responsible and reprehensible for this crime, right? He directly ordered his soldiers to attack. And they attacked and harmed a child. A moral wrong has been done. But what does this soldier do? He avoids responsibility. He uses his job. He uses the Dawn Brigade as scapegoats, as people he can blame for his moral guilt and to take his moral responsibility. We do this all the time in our lives, though, too, where we look for other people to blame for things that we are morally responsible for. And that is not the way to live life with moral courage and fortitude. They made this happen. See, look. They made this happen. That's like classic language of someone who's shifting moral responsibility away from themselves to another person. Nobody made him say the order that the archers needed to shoot into the crowd. They could have just shoved past them. They could have attacked them with their bows instead of shooting them with arrows, right? But no, he chose what he chose, and therefore he has the moral responsibility that goes along with that choice. Luckily, Micaiah's here to save the day. It's the girl we're looking for. Call for reinforcements. Surround and arrest every last one of them. This is, like, so hilarious to me, though. What's happening? What does she think she's doing? Hey, you, step away from that child. Yo, this guy just ordered his men to attack the crowd and ended up harming a child, right? And now he has the audacity to tell Micaiah to step away from the child that his own men just harmed? Crazy. That is crazy amounts of self-deception. But we get this cool CGI. There's Micaiah healing without a staff. That actually is really rare. Without like a staff or a tome, and for that to happen, I think she's actually one of, if not the only person in Fire Emblem that's able to do that. It's a miracle. We've seen a miracle today. That was sacrifice. How does everyone know the name of this? That girl, she must be the silver-haired maiden. Only she possesses sacrifice. Unfortunately for her, she depleted all her HP, so Soth has to carry her. Luckily, Soth is like pretty built, or Micaiah weighs nothing. Stop right there. After them. We can't let them get away. Now, props to these villagers for crowding in the streets again to block the people, because that's pretty amazing moral courage right there. We still stand by the Dawn Brigade. What is wrong with you people? Did you hear me? Clear a path or you'll end up like that kid. Look, now he's showing his own responsibility for harming the kid because he's threatening to do it again. This guy has no morals whatsoever. You sniveling idiots, why are you just standing there? Give chase, now. See, Jared actually would have been very happy with this guy's lack of morals. Really, moral evils. But, doesn't get to see him, so, you know. Yes, sir, we would like to, sir, but the townspeople are blocking our way. Oh, I see. The townspeople are blocking your way. You dullards. Time to stab. It's not General Jared if stabbing doesn't happen. Clean out those dirty ears and listen to me. You are soldiers, and I am your commander. You will follow my orders promptly and without hesitation. Understand, you useless vermin? Now move! Man, this guy is also morally repugnant. Unbelievable. If it's not one thing, it's another. Why am I always stuck leading the buffoons? Man, like, unfazed by the just, like, 3 murders he just committed. Pretty bad. Oh, look, Makai's waking up. Are you awake now? Thank goodness. Do you see? This is why I told you not to use sacrifice. We sure showed them in Navasa, huh? I guess we can't go back there. Not for a while, anyway. I'm so fond of Navasa. It's where we all met. It feels like my only real home. We will return. Someday. We will, Micaiah. I know you, and you have a way of getting what you want. Because you're always there to help me get it, so cute. Well, there we go. Chapter 1 completed. Got our bonus experience for the map. And that'll be it for today. Thanks for joining, and we hope to see you next time.